أهلا وسهلا Arabic learners, Happy New Year, سنة سعيدة. In today's lesson, we will learn about the comparative and superlative adjectives. Comparison المقارنة. Superlative form صيغة التفضيل. As you may notice, many Arabic adjectives have the فعيل pattern, such as كبير big, صغير small, بعيد far, قريب near, طويل tall, قصير short, جميل beautiful or pretty, قبيح ugly, كثير more, a lot, sorry. So, for these adjectives, there is a special pattern called the elative, which is the adjective of superiority or inferiority that provides both the comparative and superlative adjectives. So, elative adjectives are invariable and take three regular forms. أفعل. So if we want to form a comparative or superlative from the adjective كبير, we will follow the pattern أفعل. أكبر. Bigger or larger, biggest or largest. We use the same elative adjective to form either superlative and comparative. صغير أصغر. Actually what we do, we extract the roots from the word. We get rid of the long vowel ياء. We have صاد غين راء and we follow the pattern أفعل. And then we have أصغر, أبعد, farther or farthest, أقرب, nearer or nearest, أطول, taller or tallest, أقصر, shorter or shortest, أجمل, prettier or prettiest or more beautiful, most beautiful, أقبح, uglier, ugliest, أكثر, more or most. The second form, أفعى, that comes with ألف مكسورة in the end, broken ألف. This is ألف, this is the broken ألف, ألف مكسورة. And this form corresponds to adjectives that end in ألف مكسورة, ياء, or واو. For example, حلو. حلو, it means sweet, it's an adjective. And if we follow the pattern أفعى, we get rid of the واو, the long vowel واو, and we have the roots ح and لام, and we follow the pattern. أحلى, it means sweeter or sweetest. You may use it for people or for food. عالي, here the roots are عين and لام. We get rid of ألف, the long vowel, and the ya because they don't belong to the root of this word. And we follow the pattern. We have أعلى, higher or highest. غالي, expensive. أغلى, more expensive or most expensive. ذكي, it means smart. أذكى, smarter or smartest. And we have the third form, أفعل. Here with shadda on the last consonant. This form corresponds to adjectives with doubled consonants. For example, here we have جديد. If you pull out the roots, we have جيم, دال, and دال. We get rid of the long vowel ياء. And if we follow the pattern أفعل, so we will add the hamza. And because we have two same letters, so the grammarians decided to merge them and use shadda. So we top the letter dal with shadda. أجد. You can even say أجدد actually, but mostly we use أجد, newer or newest. Here we have the same thing with this adjective. خفيف, we have double fa here. أخف, lighter or lightest. قليل, أقل, less or least. لذيذ, it means tasty. We use it for food, tasty food. طعام لذيذ. We have double ذال. ألذ. And we have an irregular comparative. It's like in English we say good, and when we form comparative we say better, superlative, the best. Here good means جيد, and أحسن is the relative adjective for جيد. There are too many synonyms for جيد. Even we say حسن. حسن means also good, but we use one relative adjective for this kind of for good. Okay? So to form a comparison between two things in Arabic, you use the relative adjective followed by min. And here min doesn't mean from, like min المدرسة, from the school, من البيت, from the home. Here min means then when it's preceded by the relative adjective. Okay? For example, منزلك أكبر من منزلي. منزلك, your home, is larger or bigger, larger than min, than my home or mine. Okay? And we can use the same relative to form a superlative, but this time we won't have min after it. We'll have a indefinite noun in genitive form with double كسرة. روسيا أكبر بلد في العالم. Russia is the largest country in the world. We have other examples. الرجال أطول من النساء. It's not a fact, it's just an opinion. الرجال, men are taller than women. عائشة أقصر من علي. Aisha is shorter than Ali. Notice that the relative adjective is always masculine and singular. It doesn't matter the state of the subject, if it's a singular feminine masculine or plural feminine masculine, it doesn't matter. It's always singular and masculine. And it never has nonation. It always comes with single dhamma, no nonation, and it's invariable, always same form. So to form a superlative structure, you can use the relative adjective أفعل, أفعى, أفعل, followed by an indefinite noun in genitive form, as I explained here, and we have more examples. Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, this is a long name. أشهر أفعل أشهر رئيس في تاريخ تركيا المعاصرة. Let's translate this. Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, the subject, is the most famous president in the contemporary history of Turkey. Here, if you see that we have an indefinite noun, but actually definiteness is implied, even if we didn't use the definite article al, it is still definite, because we don't talk about any president. We talked about a specific one, about the most famous president in the contemporary history of Turkey. And if you see here, we have the definiteness in the English translation, the most famous. So it's implied, it's there. ألاسكا وتكساس وكاليفورنيا أكبر دول في أمريكا. Here, again, we have the relative followed by an indefinite noun in genitive form. Alaska, Texas, and California are the biggest states in America. So you can use the relative adjective followed by a definite plural noun also. For example, Dubai أجمل المدن العربية. Here we used the definite article al with the in this noun together with the relative adjective. So if we want to translate it, in this case, we will say Dubai is the most beautiful of the Arab cities. So أجمل المدن العربية, the most beautiful of the Arab cities. Another example, مكة والمدينة والقدس من أشهر المدن الدينية في العالم. Here we have the preposition min before أشهر. In this case, it's in a genitive form because of the preposition min, because with prepositions whatever comes after is normally in the genitive form with kasra or kasratain. أشهر المدن الدينية في العالم. So we have preposition plus relative adjective plus definite noun. See, how are we gonna translate this in this case? Mecca, Medina, and Jerusalem are among the most famous religious cities in the world. Among. When we have long adjectives containing 3 or more syllables, we cannot use the أفعل, أفعى, أفعل form. Instead, we use أكثر, more or most. أكثر followed by the verbal noun derived from the adjective and min. So we have to note that this is different from English, because in English we use more followed by the adjective. For example, beautiful, more beautiful. While in Arabic, we use the verbal noun, al-masdar. For example, disciplined. Disciplined, it means منضبط. منضبط. سعيد is disciplined. But سعيدة is more disciplined than him. So how do we translate this? Saeed is disciplined. Saeed منضبط. منضبط. ولكن سعيدة more disciplined. So for more, we will use أكثر. Remember we say أكثر, it's more or most. So سعيدة أكثر. Followed by the verbal noun of disciplined, منضبط, انضباطا. انضباطا with long vowel alif and two فتحتين. انضباطا is the verbal noun of منضبط. انضباطا من because we say من سعيد, or we will refer to Sa'id by the pronoun who. Okay? Minhu, who, it means Sa'id. Let's check other adjectives. خائف. It means afraid. So we will say أكثر. أكثر. And the verbal noun of خائف, خوفا, again with alif and فتحتين. خوفا من. Another example. Independent. مستقل. مستقل. So we say أكثر. مستقل. Verbal noun استقلالا. استقلالا من. So let's summarize. Comparatives and superlatives are formed in the same way using the references of أفعل, أفعى, أفعل. To compare, you have to use min, that comes after the elative adjective, and for the superlative you have to add a noun after the elative form. We have the irregular adjective جيد, good. We use أحسن as a comparative superlative, and we use أكثر plus the verbal noun of the adjective plus min for for the adjectives that contain 3 or more syllables. And that's it. Keep practicing Until then, stay happy and happy. And Happy New Year again. سنة سعيدة. See you next time. مع السلامة.